Just on the note of plagiarism, Google Classroom assignments also have this option of checking plagiarism now in the Google Suite edition. But you can select this and you can enable originality reports for up to 3 assignments per class on Google Classroom as well. So this is something I had skipped before. I have not used this because most of our assignments are handwritten and scanned. But like humanities or management school, they can certainly explore this and see how what kind of performance this gives. So moving to the browser extensions that can enhance classroom experience on Google Meet. Now, because we have Google Suite extension, Google Suite education with us, it's easier for us to use Google Meet. And one advantage is that all students have to log in from their own email IDs. So there is no way for students to spam an IITJ Google Meet, right? They cannot rename themselves as someone else, which is possible on WebEx if it is not sent as an invitation and you're not noting down email ID. So Google Meet has been very useful for everyone in the previous semester. Here are just some ways in which we can enhance the experience using some extensions. Now, one such extension is the grid view. Now, Google Meet normally allows 16 participants to appear on screen in grid, but you can install this extension called Grid View, and you can view unlimited number of members in the grid. This would be helpful if you're, say taking a group photo in an event, and this is how it would look like. And you could, if you're using a split screen, you could have your presentation separately. So this is a way to interact with the students and just keep viewing them and all of them in the same window. So this is the Google Meet Grid View extension. This is repeatedly being fixed. Next is Meet Attendance. Normally in WebEx, you will be able to download, if it is again email ID based, you will be able to download attendance in Excel. However, on Meet, this is not there. This feature is not there inbuilt, but there is a extension called Meet Attendance, which you activate. If you can see on the top right corner of my browser. Okay, 1 second, I'll go back. Meet Attendance. This is how it would look like. Install this red apple with a checkbox. When these are the options, this is a toggle to turn Meet Attendance on. This is a toggle for auto scrolling. That means, all the list of members who are there in your meeting at any given point, you want to record all of them, their presence. So this you can always keep on. This particular toggle is to turn on or off Meet Attendance. So you enable it from the browser, and clicking on this icon will create a new spreadsheet. So every time you click on this check box under the People tab, it will generate one Excel sheet with the names of all the people who are present at that timestamp. You can go on adding separate sheets, and say during a class, a TA can do this, say once in the beginning, once somewhere in the middle, and once at the end, just to get an idea of who was there in your meeting. This is Meet Attendance. Another such extension is Nod. So like WebEx has this option of giving feedback, right? And also other platforms have this option of giving feedback from the users. Now, what would typically happen is that students will remain muted always, right? So it should not happen that this whole interaction becomes a one-way monologue where you are just sitting and talking to a screen or a laptop. So without having to, without unmuting and without the need to chat, write anything on chat, students can use some sort of reactions like the ones we use on Facebook or Instagram. And that is called Nod. So this is how that would look like. You can install the Nod extension and have some simple feedbacks like thumbs up, raise hand option. Raise hand option is there in WebEx but not in Meet. So using this extension, that also can be brought in for you to be able to use this, and for students to be able to see all reactions like thumbs up and laughing and applause, raising hand. these options to be seen by everyone, you would need all students also to install this extension. Next is this Google Meet Enhancement Suite. It is still in the making. Some features are like push to talk, and there's some other features which I'll show you. So push to talk is basically if temporarily somebody wants to say just one line, right? So they don't have to repeatedly click on the mute, unmute button, then again say a line, then again click on mute. You can have a key designated to do this for briefly unmuting yourself, say for example the space bar. So it gives you push to talk kind of features. I'll just show you some other features like auto join, quick leave, auto captions, auto mute, auto video. These are all free features of this enhancement suite when you join. These are some paid features which you would get if you get a pro version. Right? So mute all option is one such thing which is there in WebEx, but it's not there in Google Meet. So if you get the paid version of Google Enhancement Suite, you may get this option of muting all. Another thing is mute tab. Now, normally on a Chrome browser, you can simply right click and mute this site, right? This option is there by default. But suppose you want to make a small breakout room. So you've given some assignment, and after that you want groups of 5 to discuss among themselves. So that's very easy with Google Meet because your TA can simply create different Meet links, and students can just write that as the meeting name or the nickname of the meeting. Let's say group 1, group 2, group 3, they can just directly join. But what would happen is you will not be able to mute within Google Meet tab. Like if you mute Google Meet once, you are muted in all Google Meet. And by mute, I mean muting the sound from that particular tab. Right? So if you install this mute tab option, then you can hear the sound from one Google Meet and you can mute the sound coming from another Google Meet tab, which may be a separate tab. So this way you can manage, and you can look after different breakout rooms that you can create using Google Meet. Now the challenge with extensions is that none of these extensions are actually provided by Google Meet. So what happens is whenever there is an update in Google Meet, then the developers who are making these extensions, they have to again update the extension, and then the extension appears broken for some time, or it may not work sometimes. So that is one disadvantage using these extensions. Also, again, I'll repeat, which I said earlier also, please be very careful about what you allow access to in your account when you install these extensions.